Okay, bud. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to Dad's Show, a.k.a. Brock. It is indeed a Thursday edition. Lullaby Show Fast. The week is going by fast indeed. Thursday. Lullaby Show Fast. There you go, bud. You got it. Lullaby Show Fast. All right. Let's see what we got here this morning, folks. LSU baseball gets a win. Combine underway up in Indy, although the on-field stuff doesn't start until tomorrow. Trivia Carter, good morning. Kirk Taylor, good morning. Kirk, you back up in the frozen Midwest. Stephen Miller, what's up, bruh? Elise Burgess, Charlie Cavell, Brian Myers, Brady Beacom, Michael Browning, Andrew Baer, Josh Long. No Robert this morning. But if you've noticed, though, Josh, I think you noticed yesterday on AFR. So our friend Craig Schilling, who watches most mornings with us here, super talented at splicing videos together and doing GIFs and different things like that. He, there's Craig, speaking of which, sent me one of Robert from Wheel of Fortune when Pat Sajak opens the envelope after he gets the bonus round, and when he opens it, the envelope says AFR, and Robert's like, yeah. So I've used that for my AFR tweet. Every day at 3 o'clock, as the show's starting, I tweet out, like, time, stations, TV, link for online, you know, guests, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, let's see. Craig, good morning. Cheers. Lori Prophet, good morning. Charlie Gale, Megan Hurst. Good morning, Matt and Drew. Did you see candidates for Coach of the Year that Fox Sports posted? Will Wade wasn't on it. So Megan talked about that yesterday on AFR. It's not a Fox Sports thing. That is the Naismith Award. That's the NCAA Coach of the Year award. Talked about that yesterday on AFR. And a lot of the feedback I got, so a lot of college basketball or college sports writers, media members, DM'd me. They didn't want to be on public tweets, and they're like, "Well, it's because of the subpoena." And honestly, that kind of ticks me off. And they're probably right. And to be very clear, and for those that don't know, the NCAA released the 15 finalists for the Naismith Award, which is college basketball's Coach of the Year, and Will Wade wasn't on the list, which to me is absurd. I mean, all of those coaches are very deserving. But even if you think of it this way, if you have 15 finalists, there are 10 coaches of ranked basketball teams having a good year that aren't on that list. So obviously there's going to be a lot of good coaches that are fan bases are going to be disappointed. But it's, I don't know, that's sort of unreconcilable with me, because if he's not on that list because of the subpoena, then why are you letting him coach? Why hasn't the NCAA stepped in and tried to do something about it? If he's coaching and he's eligible for awards, he should be able to win an award. And I'm not saying he should win it. And normally those things go to the coaches of teams that win the national championship or make a Final Four run. And maybe that'll be LSU, we'll see. But that's super disappointing, though, because when you consider where this program was and where they were projected this year, to be 3 games away from winning the SEC in what's probably going to be an 8-bid league, and to not be on that list is ridiculous. And people always say, well, who are you going to take off? Well, for me, I think there's only 3 guys on that list that absolutely deserve to be there. You can't justify taking them off. Kelvin Sampson, Eric Musselman. Hey, bud. Who was the other one? Talked about yesterday. I don't have the list in front of me. Anyway, but Chris Mack at Louisville. I get it. He inherited a tough situation after Patino, but they're 18-10. I mean, they've got 5 fewer wins, 5 more losses than LSU. and they're like 4th in their conference. I mean, come on. Roy Williams at North Carolina. LSU has the same record as North Carolina this year. They have the same conference record, same overall record as of this point. But he's Roy Williams. So name recognition goes a long way and stuff like that. But it's a bummer. And look, I'm sure Will Wade's not like sitting up at night wondering why he's not on the Coach of the Year list. But it is disappointing. But yes, talked about it yesterday on AFR, Megan. And if that's the lingering feeling because of the subpoena, I'll go back to it. Like, there's so much misunderstanding with that. Like, Will Wade is not on trial. Will Wade has not been charged with anything. He's not been accused of anything. There's no NCAA investigation. There's no evidence as of now that there's been any wrongdoing. It's different for, like, Sean Miller at Arizona, where in that Christian Dawkins trial, there was testimony. Wait. Let's stop your food. Hold on. I'm just about done anyway. It's at 2:28. Come on, let's go vent your belly. You know, there was testimony of DeAndre Ayton that he got paid $100,000. I mean, you have sworn testimony in a federal court that Ayton got $100,000 to go to Arizona or from the Heat. Hey, wait, come see. Let's vent your belly. Come on. Vent your belly. Anyway, so yes, I did see it. Saw it early yesterday. Talked about it in AFR. Some of you who listened to AFR yesterday probably heard me talk about it, but yes, that bothers me. Anyway, baseball won last night. It drew. Drew, use your words, baby. James Tyrone, Brady Smith, good morning. Tyler Hales, Cheryl Wilkes, good morning. Matthew Rogelio, good morning. Ben Clark, what's up, everybody? Zachary Courtney, Stephen Bro, Shelby Kelly, good morning, Scone. Hill and Duga hurt. Good thing we have great depth. Yeah, that's a bummer, man. Duga, not so much. I mean, obviously not for the kid, but hey. Use your words, bud. It's a good thing when I get up, you can see all the subspecialties that Brock offers the Baton Rouge, including therapy services. So after you have your whatever your issue might be, if you need to be therapied back to health, Brock can help you out with that as well. So if you missed it, Pulmonary announced that Eric Walker will start Sunday at Texas because Jaden Hill has arm soreness. That stinks. I'm very happy for Eric Walker for the opportunity. I am super bummed about Jaden Hill having arm soreness 2 weeks into the season. I hope it is something extremely minor and they are just proceeding out of an abundance of caution. As for Duga, torn ligament in his thumb, I think he's going to need surgery. If he does, that's 8 weeks. So that stinks, and that takes away a utility infielder and a bat off the bench. But y'all saw Beloso last night. He hit another bomb. He's 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs. I mean, Cade Beloso right now is so far and away the leader at first base. They got Bianco in at second base live. They beat Southern 17-4. They got Bianco in at second base, which was good to see. Played Reed at third for a little while, moved Hughes over to short when they pulled Josh Smith. They left Duplantis in the game, as you'd expect, and he got another hit in the 7th inning. So Duplantis was 4 for 5 last night. He's at 60, He's at 284 for his career hits. Eddie Furness's record is 352, so he needs 68 to tie, 69 to break Furness's record. He's gonna get there. He is gonna get there. Question is, will he surpass Jake Mangum? Mangum is a couple of hits ahead of Duplantis coming into the season, so they're both chasing it. I think they're both gonna do it. We'll just see which one. I think it's just going to be a moving target at the end of this year. It's going to come down to. My hope is, State fizzles in the regional round, and LSU plays regional, super regional Omaha, and Duplantis gets all those extra games and gets to go and break it. Terry Landry, Craig Schilling needs his own show. I don't know if Craig needs his own show, Terry. I don't know if Craig wants his own show, but I've told Craig before. I was like, you're hired. I need Gordy to hire Craig to do all all those images and everything for all of our shows. All the GIFs and the videos and everything. When y'all see like the whiskey and wine like mixed down video, and whenever I tweet the morning scone, that's Craig doing all that. He just does them and sends them to me. Super nice guy. Says he enjoys doing it. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, hey man, you're hired. Dawn, good morning. Everett, email, good morning. Let's see. I think Robert has a mullet. I think so. Michael Moscona, what's up, cuz? Andrew Baer. Walker looked good last night. Happy to hear he'll start on Sunday. So that's probably the thing that we buried a little bit. But Eric Walker pitched 2 innings last night. It was like a 10-pitch first inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. He was really good. And that's good to see. Southern, not very good. But when he's up there missing bats and throwing it over the plate, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see command. I didn't expect Southern to knock the ball all over the yard. I just wanted to see Eric Walker go command the strike zone, and he did. So that was good to see. Jody Moscona, what's up, Dad? Malcolm Adams Ogeron III, good morning, Malcolm. Terry Landry, so they convicting Will Wade before he answers the first question. Pretty much. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll read you a DM. This is what I'll do. I'll read you a DM I had from a college basketball writer. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'll read you the DM, though. Guy DM me and said the reason Will Wade is not on this list is he's been subpoenaed in a federal case involving college basketball players and coaches. If Arizona was a top 10 program this year, Sean Miller would not be on that list. And so then I basically replied, "That's speculative. Even if I grant you," I mentioned the thing about 8 and the 100. There's no evidence yet against Wade. Blah blah blah. And he said, "So I ask you, is it better to give him Coach of the Year and strip it, or preemptively say, we don't like the way this looks right now?" So I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just telling you that's the mindset that some college basketball writers have right now. And I'm not sure I even like that idea, because I don't even know and I asked him, I don't know if anybody's ever stripped a Coach of the Year award. And I asked him that, he said Paterno. But then again, in college football, there's like the Bear Bryant Award, there's the Bobby Dodd Award, there's the Eddie Robinson Award. There's like so many different Coach of the Year awards. I'm like, well, which one? I said, I think it might have been the Big Ten one. I'm like, okay, well, what are we doing here? And again, I'm not even saying the guy should win the award. I'm just saying for him not to be on a list of 15 finalists is a ridiculous miss. Or 4 coaches from the ACC. Give me a break. Krzyzewski's on there. Krzyzewski's a great coach. I mean, winningest coach in history. His record will probably never be touched. But let's get real, man. I mean, the guy has a handful of lottery picks, including Zion. Zion goes down, they can't win a game without him. You want Lullaby Show 1 or Lullaby Show 2? You want this one? Lullaby Show. There you go, bud. Whoa, do you want it fast? Huh? Lullaby show. Here, you can watch it. Well, do you want it fast? Okay. It's like I put it on fast, and then he fusses. And I put it on slow, he's like, lullaby show fast. I'm like, okay, where's your lullaby show fast? Shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. By the way, they're tagged in this post. If you would, please like their page. And please hit the share button. As always, that's tremendous help if you could do that. Todd Dupuis, Ben Bergeron. Oh, Burgesson, excuse me. Burgesson. Hey, Ben. Tom Granning, Nicholas Yiannopoulos, good morning. Let's see, AJ Holland throwing it down Thursday, indeed. Tanya Colby Keller, good morning. Dustin Lane Balello, good morning. Tim Rouse, good morning. Eric Hart, Chris Keller, Karen Payson, Celeste Badeau, good morning. Stuart, headed to NOLA today. Is the river acting under control? Stuart, you asking the river acting under control? I don't even know what that means, man. Is the river acting under control? I don't even know. I don't know what that means. I know about like a 6-4-3 double play. Leroy Blanchard, good morning. Let's see. Charles Reese. With LSU having so much success on the road since SEC play started, a lot has been made about how Wade and staff studied their routine on the road. How do you think this benefits the team during tournament play? Lullaby show. You don't want it fast? Lullaby show. Okay. All right, Drew. Look at the lullaby show. Here you go. Lullaby show. You wanted lullaby show. I'm showing you lullaby show. You can't keep fussing every time I give you what you want, bruh. Bruh. Charles, that's a good question, man. I mean, I'm not sure I can give you too many specifics on that. I think at some point the results speak for themselves. They're undefeated on the road. They're pretty good at keeping a routine, and Wade's had a lot of experience in tournament play, not just in the SEC, but when he was at VCU as well. You know, he was on Shaka's staff that went to a Final Four. If you missed it yesterday, I had Greg Heyer on the show. Greg Heyer is LSU's assistant coach. He works with the backcourt. He was on Greg Marshall's staff at Wichita State that went to a Final Four. So you got guys on staff that have made deep runs in the tournament. They understand how to put a schedule together and what's worked. And I think they'll be fine with all that. Sam Dixon, good morning. Everett, there is a no fear ACT in the NCAA. No Fear Act, maybe? Retaliation for being a witness. The Brock Intimidator has all the good info on it. It is kind of like the Brock Intimidator, isn't it? Indeed. I've been for foot ankle. I've been for spine. Pediatrics for Drew. And durable medical equipment, MRI, X-ray. Done both of those at Brock. Great spot, man. If you're in need, hope you're not ever, but if you are in need of an orthopedist, that's the place to go. They're the best. Huh? Oh, Wabash Show Fast. Here's Wabash Show Fast. That's that would be Lullaby Show Fast that he's into right now. Terry Landry, ugh, 2 words I hate to hear, arm soreness. No kidding, right? Arm soreness is what kept Mikhail Hilliard on the shelf for like 7 months. Craig Schilling, Bianca. That's Terrio, who refuses to say Drew Bianco, keeps calling him Bianca. Despite my my many pleas for him to correct himself, he continues to say Bianca. Ronnie Dugas, Ben Giat, good morning. Trivia Carter, final score? Andrew Bayer, is Walker draft eligible? Yes, His third year. So Walker, this is Eric Walker's last year, provided he has a good season and is drafted high. Stephen Bro, did you see what happened in Oxford last night? I did. So here's the problem I have with that. If you missed it, Tennessee's playing Ole Miss. Tennessee scores a bucket late. They're up 1. Ole Miss inbounds. They're trying for a final shot. And the Ole Miss player goes up, makes contact with the Tennessee defender, and they call a charge on the Ole Miss guy. Kermit Davis loses his mind. He throws his jacket. Tennessee wins. Ole Miss fans start throwing stuff on the court. It was ugly. It was totally a charge. I mean, the Tennessee guy's just standing there, and the Ole Miss guy, leaps into it. I mean, defender's feet were set. Ole Miss player was out of control, initiated the contact. I mean, to me, that was pretty obvious. And Kermit Davis had a lot of sweat under his jacket. That dude doesn't need to be wearing a blue shirt. That was just ugly looking. Hi. Hey, are we going to go see Lily get a haircut? Okay. Are you ready to go see Lily get a haircut in a little while? Huh.
Why?
Oh, why? What are you doing? Huh? You will watch Big Block at Lily. Little jammies. You saw a big truck? You saw a big truck, bud? You saw a big truck? Okay. We continue. Craig Dugas, good morning. Sam Dixon, Matt, don't give us his full name, just first a name and the first letter of his last name. Absolutely not. Talking about the writer whose DMs I read for you. Does he watch anything on regular speed? He used to, and now he just wants stuff. Well, he'll watch, on our phones, YouTube videos and Mickey Mouse and stuff. But he does want everything fast on the DVR. He goes through a lot of different, as you can tell, based on the stuff that he's obsessed with. He goes through a lot of different phases. He'll get sick of something and then he'll move on. The Mississippi, they opened the Spillway yesterday. Got it, great. Shelby Kelly, any chance the Saints go after Thomas Davis in free agency? I can't see him going after a linebacker. That's the strength of the team right now. Defensively, they need a defensive tackle, especially with Rankin's injury and with Tyler Davison being a free agent. I don't think they go after Tom, and they don't have much money to spend. You don't have a lot of holes on this team. You were a blown call away from being in the Super Bowl. They don't have a lot of holes, man. They need a receiver, they need a tight end, and they need a defensive tackle. If they spend money in free agency, that's what I think they spend it on. Let's see, what is Mangum's current hit count? Good question. Let's see. Jake Mangum is currently at 288. So Mangum is at 288, and Duplantis is at 284. So Mangum is 4 ahead of Duplantis. So, they're kind of what and what right now, but Antoine got to keep his pace, man. Good question, by the way. Maybe whenever I start tweeting that, I'll tweet Mangum's as well every day. Let's see. A few more here. Oh, man, y'all talk about opening the Spillway. So they did this a few years back. So, if you're going over the Bonnet Carry, that's when you can see all of that water, like white water rapids running through and going into Pontchartrain. That's crazy, man. I remember a few years back when they did that. I was like, we're driving over the Spillway, like, oh my God, am I just about to get? Is this gonna knock down this bridge? Am I about to be carried away into this ocean? Let's see. I just don't pay much attention to news, so I didn't even know they were doing that. I don't know if it's good or bad that I didn't know. That's just a reality. Lullaby show. Oh, I'm shocked that you want lullaby show, but I'll give it to you if you want. You want lullaby show fast? Lullaby show. Watch. Okay, here you go. There you go. Lullaby show. Let's see. Michael Cooper, LSU basketball wins out with an SEC tournament victory under their belt. Can they get a #1 seed? So I asked that question of Joe Lenardi last week before the loss to Florida, and he said maybe, but his contingency with that, not only would you have to win the SEC tournament, but in so doing, you'd probably also have to beat both Kentucky and Tennessee again. So if you beat both of them in the SEC tournament and won the SEC tournament, then you'd have a shot. But you got to understand, like, LSU right now is solidly in the 3 seed line. You'd have to jump the rest of the 3 seeds and the 2 seeds and have somebody on the 1 line fall when there's really, like, 5 or 6 teams right now that are really solidly in contention for a 1 seed. So, like, it's not just you'd have to improve, but you'd have to improve and someone would have to, like, lose to open that door. Now, maybe Zion's not back, Duke keeps losing. Hi. Will you have a lullaby show? And then what? Use your words. Use your words, sweetheart. You want to see Daddy? Let me hold you. What? Did you say Calici? Hey, did you say Calici? What? Moo, moo, moo. The cow on the bus says, moo, moo, moo. All through the town. What? Huh? Uh-oh. He's preparing to be in block position. Don't you do it. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. So Michael Cooper, they could get a 1 seed. That's a steep hill to climb, man. I just don't think that's. I think realistically, all that goes your way. You bump up to the 2 line, but I think they're probably solidly 3. Richie Berg, they'll need to win the SC tournament, win out to get a 1 seed, even in speculative. Yeah. Kirk Taylor, anything on Texas baseball? I think this will be a tough matchup. They're ranked. They're ranked. They played their opening weekend series in Lafayette against ULL. Took 2 of 3 in that one. Won a couple of midweek games. David Pierce is their head coach. Pitching guy, former Tulane head coach. Went from Tulane to Texas. So I don't have a ton on him. I'll probably do a deeper dive into him today, and then have a ton of information for him on Friday. But haven't seen him play yet. I'll get to see him with y'all play for the first time. Not so much concerned with that. I mean, like, it's different, I guess, like next week when Cal comes in, and Andrew Vaughn's coming in, right? So Vaughn was the Golden Spikes Award winner last year. So there'll be a ton of talk about that. It'll be really fun to watch LSU's pitching staff go against Andrew Vaughn. I think this is just a really good opportunity against a ranked team to go on the road in an unfriendly environment, see what your pitchers got and your young players. Ben Giett, he was so sweaty. Talking about Kermit Davis, he was so sweaty when he took off that jacket. Josh Long, he's not too fired up about that haircut. Scone, he's good. He loves going to see Lily. Michael Cooper, is LSU a top 4 seed in the dance no matter what happens? Well, no, because if you lose your next 3 and then you get bounced in the SEC tournament, you go on a 4-game losing streak, you could probably fall to the 5 line. I can't see him falling below that, but how you finish matters. So theoretically, yeah, but I mean, if that would include a home loss to Vanderbilt. No, I wouldn't say no matter what happens. I mean, because the no matter what is, what if you lose your next 4 games? And I think you fall below a 4 if that happens. But I don't think you fall beyond a 5. John Boudreaux, good morning. Midweek, but Florida lost again. Thoughts? I don't care. A Florida loss, number 1 Vanderbilt lost last night to Austin Peay. Didn't A&M lost to Incarnate Word? It doesn't matter. This is my point. It's so much easier when you look at another team when it comes down to this. When it's your team, you're incensed because they lost. But I think you can rationally look and say, do you think Vanderbilt sucks because they lost to Austin Peay last night? You're like, nah, it's Austin Peay. It's midweek game. Who cares? Right. So when LSU loses to Nichols or whoever they're going to lose to this year in the midweek, remember, it don't matter. Let's see. Matthew Rogelio, missing 2 midweek games, killed it for Duplantis. No, I mean, they're going to make up those games. And Mangum started this season ahead of Duplantis already. So Antoine had ground to make up. What's up from the Murrow? Eddie Roig? What's up from Murrow? M-E-R-A-U-X? Murrow? Dude, you got to clarify that, Eddie. Sorry. C-Mac, what's up, man? 3rd time in 4 years opening the Spillway. See, that's all you fishermen, man. All you fishermen talk about that stuff. I ain't got a clue. Think we lock for a 5 if we lose 1, 3 if we win out, 2 if we win the SEC tournament. That's probably fair. Actually, I don't think if they lose just 1, they drop to a 4. I think they're solidly on the 3 line. Hi. Have a kiss? Thank you. He just lets me kiss his head. But what are you doing? You want to say hi to everybody? Huh?
Dad show.
This is Dad Show. Hey, after Dad Show, we're going to get dressed. And we're going to go see Lily and get a haircut. Okay. Let's see. Mark, good morning. Everett, it did wash out some of the railroad supports last year. Had to shut down for repairs. Hey, Trisha Brown, good morning. Lullaby Show. Okay, here it comes. Lullaby Show. You want Lullaby Show or Lullaby Show fast? Hey, do you want Lullaby Show fast? Huh, bud? Lullaby Show. Here you go. He'll be back in a second. Reminder about Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Awesome peeps. They'll take good care of you. Taken good care of me in the past. Had a neck injury. Been a neck brace for a while. Like a neck roll. Went over to Brock, did my x-rays there. Achilles injury. They did my MRI. Thank God I didn't tear it. Had me in a walking boot. Got the walking boot from Brock. They have that ortho, place like right when you walk in on the right. It's you can go get your crutches or your walking boot or your neck roll, like all the equipment that you might need. They got it all there. One stop shop, so to speak, at Brock. They got all that stuff. After hours clinic. So if you get injured on the weekend, get into Brock. So open on weekends and nights. So go check them out. Hopefully you don't need them, but if you do, Brock's there. Let's see, Michael Cooper. This series will be LSU's measuring stick. It'll be a good one. Shade. Terrio. Opening the Spillway is not good for fishing in the lake, but is great for crawfishing in the Spillway. Heck yes. That's what I'm talking about. When got crawfish like 2 weeks ago, it was like $6.50 or $6.99 a pound. I was like, what? $7 a pound for crawfish? I used to work at Heads and Tails Seafood when I was in high school, and crawfish was like $1.50. I think you could get it live for 99. I think we sold it live for 99 cents a pound. I think boiled was like $1.50 or maybe $1.99 a pound. Man, what happened? Anyway. Lullaby show fast. I knew that was coming. Okay. Lullaby show fast. All right. Reminder as well, for those who joined us late, if you could, hit the share button. It's tremendous help. Sam Dixon, the satellite pics of the river water going into Lake Pontchartrain. Looks like someone spilled a ton of Yoo-hoo chocolate drink in the lake. That's funny. It's a good visual. Check that out. Josh Long, can we talk LSU receivers? No, but we can talk about you being blocked. That's what we can do. Craig Duga, you at I-49 and I-10. Yes. Texas played at ULL, yes, to open the season. They played a 3-game series there. I think, like, maybe they were doing some renovations to their park or something. The first couple of games, they were out of, they were away from home. Alexander Diaz, good morning. Eddie Roy, what's up with Hill? Do you think it's serious? I don't know. Yesterday was the first I'd heard that he had arm soreness, and I have not asked anybody to see if it's serious. My hope is that they are just operating out of an abundance of caution. Eddie Roy Beloso is a beast. He is indeed. I'm looking forward to seeing him. By far and away through 8 games, he's got the lead at first base. He's the best defender. He's clearly the best hitter. He's yet to strike out. So, yeah. With the river up, BOLO for stray gators. Oh, be on the lookout for stray gators walking back to your cars after night baseball at the box. I don't know if you're serious, but that's scary. Michael Cooper, thanks, Matt, along with the rest of y'all for keeping me updated on LSU basketball and baseball. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, Michael. Cheers. Shelby, do Pulmonary and AD need to rethink their throwing program with all these injuries? It's very hard to be critical of the processes of some of the most successful people to ever do it. But at some point, I mean, you can't ignore the data, right? I mean, everybody's hurt. Part of that's just pitching, and maybe we're just aware of it because they are just abundantly cautious. So anytime someone has arm soreness, which is very common, there's like I said. So maybe the transparency is the difference. But and I respect them sitting them and not risking those guys for sure. Hi. But I have had guys tell me that they don't get enough rest. You know, and AD's an old school guy, you know. And the old school mentality is throw more, don't throw less. You know, like keep your arm in shape, and that's, you know, that's that mentality. So, yeah. Andrew, what do you think about basketball chances winning the SEC regular season title? They have the clearest path. I'd say the percentage-wise easiest path of the 3: LSU, Tennessee, Kentucky. The game this Saturday worries me. Flatly. Game Saturday at Alabama worries me. They're playing well. They're athletic. LSU rarely wins at Coleman Coliseum. Saturday worries me. I think they got a better chance of winning at Florida than they do Saturday against Alabama. I don't think Florida's going to pull that trick twice on them. LSU's going to go there ready to play. I think LSU's going to whip Florida. Yeah. But Saturday worries me. Matt, are you ready for the greatest show on the gridiron, the Air Ensminger show? Thank goodness we got about 7 more months till we have to watch that. Danny Brabham, a good morning. Kirk, I wonder who's going to be breakout guy in spring. Can't wait to watch them receivers. Y'all, got a feeling we dropped one we shouldn't. Just a strange couldn't finish game feeling. Well, it's not easy to go on the road and win in the SEC. It's just not. I mean, LSU's done it really well this year, but it would not surprise me if they lost Saturday at all. Texas is a really good team. Watch the series with ULL. Third baseman for the Horns is from Washita Christian. There you go. His father was a Horn. There you go. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate it. Craig Duga, what's boiled crawfish right now? Probably have to refinance your home for 10 pounds. So is it 69 or 59 for Duplantis? Duplantis is 68 from tying, 69 from breaking the record. He is at 284, and the record is 352. Look and see Daddy? No? Haircut. We are going to go see Lily get a haircut. Okay. Hey, Drew. Are we going to go see Lily? Hi. Being very sweet this morning. Hey, Drew. Do you want to see Lily and get a haircut?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, man. Had him for a second. Let's see. Talking about crawfish at 99 cents a pound is like, remember when gas was $1 a gallon. Yeah, this would have been 98.99. Yeah, around. Good shot for a share with Tennessee Kentucky winner by show. I saw a hat the other day said make crawfish $1.99 again, red and white. Pretty great. That's pretty. Just curious, but does baseball play more games now than when Eddie set the hitting record? Lullaby show. Oh, lullaby show. Okay. To answer your question, yes, because now there's, Eddie Furness played the where you just had a regional round and then Omaha, and Omaha was shorter. Now you've got the regional, super regional, and longer Omaha. So, Mangum's been to Omaha a couple of times. They made it to the championship series 2 years ago. I guess they didn't make the championship series. They were in Omaha last year. They were super regional 2 years ago because that's when LSU beat them in the supers. And Duplantis obviously had a chance to go play 71 games or whatever it was in 2017. So yeah, they do play more games. Michael Cooper, only in Louisiana that a FaceTime sports show turns into crawfish and fishing chat. And it's not even me doing it because I don't really care about either. Well, I do like crawfish, but fishing out of here. Let's see. Randy Zapardo, Luis Salaman, Warren Dazio. What's up, Warren? I'm trying to go fast when we wrap this up. I love how the show's evolved from sports to Spillway openings in the crawfish market. Is crawfish $1.99 a pound at the same LSU wide receiver? I guess that's at the same time. Crawfish app is handy. All right, we're at the end of the comments. We've completely derailed. We're talking about crawfish apps now. I'm gonna go about my day. I'm gonna go get ready. We got to go get Drew's haircut from Lily. Shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Brock, they got it all the subspecialties, sports medicine, regenerative medicine. They do pediatrics. I've mentioned to you before. Drew goes and sees Dr. Brad Collada over at Brock, who's just awesome. So, lullaby show fast. All right, we're going to say bye to Dad's show. You want to say bye, Dad's show?
Bye, Dad's show.
Oh, that is very sweet, Drew. You blew him a kiss, too? Oh, okay. You ready to go see Dad's show? Or you ready to go see Lullaby Fast? Hey. Say bye, Dad show.
Bye, Dad show.
Love you.
Dad
show. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
Oh, he blew a kiss.